They weren't supposed to tell you this, but somehow the word slipped out. And now the entire senior community is holding its breath. A shocking deposit, worth up to $7,250, may be landing in some Americans' accounts much sooner than anyone expected. But wait, is this real? Or is it just another illusion dressed up to look like hope? Because the Social Security Administration's internal payment timeline just leaked, and it's raising more questions than answers. Why now? Why July? And who exactly qualifies for this massive double payment? If you're 62 or older, and you've been waiting for some kind of financial break, this could be the update you've been praying for. But don't move too fast, because buried inside this double deposit rumor is something much bigger, and possibly dangerous. Let's break it all down, piece by piece, starting with what the SSA just did behind closed doors. According to sources watching the July payment logs, a dual transfer system has been activated, something not seen since the emergency disbursements of 2020. Insiders claim that a two-phase release is in the works. One part covers standard July Social Security benefits. The other may be tied to an adjustment or retroactive payment issued to selected groups. And that's where the mystery deepens. Because while some recipients are used to routine monthly checks, others, particularly those on SSI, SSDI, or delayed retirement credits, are now reporting duplicate deposit notices in their online SSA accounts. Is this a glitch? Or is it the first wave of a massive federal recalculation, one that could push $7,550 or more directly into beneficiary accounts? And what about those who already received their July payments? Should they be refreshing their direct deposit screens again? Here's what we know so far. The SSA's official payment calendar shows a mid-July override window, an administrative term used when off-schedule funds are prepared for special release. This window, usually triggered only for emergency backpays or settlement adjustments, just appeared in multiple regions, including Texas, Florida, California, and Ohio. And in past years, these overrides often meant a second deposit within 5 to 7 business days of the primary disbursement. Could that be happening now? And more importantly, why now? Some experts believe this could be connected to the June inflation adjustment models, which quietly raised COLA trigger points across several benefit categories. Others point to pressure from recent congressional moves, especially proposals tied to veterans' benefits reconciliation, where funds may have been freed up for cross-distribution. But the most explosive theory? That the Biden administration, under growing pressure from advocacy groups and senior voter blocs, may have quietly greenlit a one-time supplemental deposit to offset high prescription and utility costs. And this may be that deposit. But again, this isn't confirmed publicly. No press release, no official SSA tweet, just a paper trail and payments that are beginning to show up in unexpected accounts. So what should you do? Step 1. Check your Social Security account online. Log into myssa.gov and review your payment activity. Some recipients are seeing pending deposits labeled Fed Benefit ADJ or Recalc Credit. Step 2. Watch your mail. If you've recently received any letter with terms like adjusted disbursement, offset reconciliation, or benefit correction, do not ignore it. That could be your official notice of eligibility. Step 3. Check your bank. Some banks are showing deposits pending for July 10th, 15th that weren't previously scheduled. These may hit accounts early depending on your institution. But here's the big question. Will everyone get the $7,550? No. And that's where things get serious. This isn't a universal payment. It's a targeted correction and retrospective issuance, meaning only certain beneficiaries who meet very specific criteria will qualify. Who qualifies? Here's what we've gathered so far. Retirees who delayed benefits past full retirement age may see lump sum retroactive payments. Individuals whose benefits were underpaid in Q1 2023 may receive adjusted credits now. SSDI recipients with recent disability reevaluation approvals may be due back pay. When billions of dollars are possibly in motion, especially into the hands of vulnerable seniors, how can the system remain this quiet? And then, there's the even bigger mystery. Why are some seniors suddenly seeing thousands of dollars in their accounts, while others, even those with nearly identical profiles, are seeing absolutely nothing? Is it random? Is it regional? Or is it based on something deeper, like internal audits, pending recalculations, or even political pressure? And perhaps the most terrifying possibility, could this lead to clawbacks? Yes, that's a very real fear. Because if the SSA later determines that a deposit was made in error, they have the authority to demand that money back. And not gradually, immediately. In some cases, that could mean a sudden freeze of your next benefit, a forced repayment plan, or even your future checks being reduced until the full amount is recovered. Imagine getting $7,250 this month, only to lose $400 every month after that for the next 2 years. It's not just possible, it's happened before. And yet, we're not getting clear answers. No warning, no guidance, just silence. And in this system, silence doesn't mean everything is okay. It means the system is overwhelmed. That's why we say, stay vigilant, stay informed, and never assume that silence means safety. Because in the world of Social Security, silence often means uncertainty, delay, or a sudden shock down the road. When the rules aren't explained, when deposits appear without cause, and when some seniors benefit while others are left in the dark, that's not peace. That's a warning sign. And it's one we all need to pay attention to before it's too late. If a second deposit shows up in your account this month, don't just celebrate blindly. Take screenshots, note the transaction details, and save any SSA letters you've received. These may be your only proof if something goes wrong later. Because while $7,350 landing in your account sounds like a dream, it can quickly turn into a bureaucratic nightmare if it's flagged as an error, or worse, an overpayment. Already, reports are coming in from seniors in states like Arizona and Illinois, where surprise deposits were followed by frozen benefits or repayment demands. So don't wait. Log into your SSA account, check your direct deposit history, and call your local SSA office if anything looks unusual. And if you've received a mysterious letter, or your payment looks higher than normal, tell us in the comments. Your story might be the missing piece someone else needs to stay protected. This isn't just about money, it's about awareness. And in a system this complex, being informed is your best defense. Stay sharp and stay ready, because something big is moving, and it may already be in your account. And remember, this isn't just about the money, it's about the system. The cracks are showing, and they're getting wider. Something big is coming, and fast. So stay tuned, because the next chapter may hit your account before you even see it coming. Disclaimer: this video is for informational purposes only and is not official guidance from the Social Security Administration. Viewers are advised to verify all details through official SSA channels. Unexpected deposits or letters should be confirmed directly with your local SSA office. Always stay informed and cautious. SSI beneficiaries with income recalculations or dependency updates could also be eligible. And finally, some widows and survivors may qualify due to benefit recomputation under the new actuarial tables implemented this summer. If this sounds complicated, that's because it is. Because we're not just talking about a regular payment. We're talking about a mysterious financial movement involving multiple federal systems, benefit classes, and income verifications, all happening without a clear public explanation. And here's where it gets concerning. The lack of transparency is now doing more harm than good. Instead of reassuring the public, the SSA's silence is creating a vacuum. And in that vacuum, panic, rumors, and speculation are exploding.